Good evening YouTube, it is 5:08 PM on Friday the 13th of April 2018. Hope your Friday the 13th is going well and things are lucky for you. I just wanted to put this video out as usual. I'm a little bit behind everybody else, but another busy week, lots going on. I've just not had a chance to get in here and do anything, but I wanted to do something and I really wanted to make sure that people understood how impressive this is. Yeah, I'm talking about the GPL licensing and Creality and Tim Hoogland and the work he's put in, but most importantly, 9th of April there was a Twitter feed post by a lady called Naomi Wu, who goes at Real Sexy Cyborg. I'm sure many of you follow her on Twitter. She also has a YouTube channel, and she actually picked up the gauntlet about this GPL issue that Creality was having. If you look at her video, she's actually done a tour of Creality's factory and their R&D department and one thing and another. Anyway, long story short, she went to see the 4 managing directors of Creality, explained the situation about the GPL licensing and the reason why there was so many makers and YouTube creators and business people who were unhappy with what was happening. She explained it to them. They don't speak English, they don't understand English, although there are people in the company that do understand English. Quite whether in their hierarchy they're able to go and talk to these guys and, you know, tell them that they're doing something wrong. Well, Naomi Wu went in, said, this is what you're doing. People don't like it. People are boycotting, not boycotting your machines, because I mean I was still using mine. I'm sure everybody was still using theirs, but we weren't pushing them. We weren't. A lot of YouTube creators stopped providing links to them. But anyway, she went in, she spoke to them, and that morning, 9th of April, she put little going away present for my 3D printing peeps. Creality 3D CR10S source code. Took a bit of work, drip of sweat. Quite understandable, but fantastic. The source code released on GitHub for anybody to download. It was given to the Marlin firmware writers. They are working with it now. I know Tim Hoogland's doing some bits and pieces with it and trying to work out one thing and another. But it's out there. They stepped up to the plate. They appreciated what was going on. They weren't aware they were doing anything wrong, and it transpires that they were outsourcing to a third party to do the firmware for them, and that third party wasn't releasing it back to them. But anyway, they've got it. They've said that they are also going to release the source code for the Ender 3 as well. They are really stepping up to the plate, and hats off to them. Big double thumbs up to Creality. They've made such a massive effort for a company from China to step up to the plate like this is brilliant. Now, whether it was down to the pressure from us guys on YouTube or whether it was entirely down to Naomi doing what she did, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it was everything. I'm sure that she pointed out, you know, one way and another what was happening in the community, and if the community get upset with the company, they'll go elsewhere for their products. They won't get the support that they require because they're a good company. They create good machines. There's no getting away from that. For the price that you pay for a Creality machine, they're not perfect, but for the money, absolutely brilliant. You know, you can't fault them. I know there are lots and lots of people out there that are using them. And for like I say, for them to step up and get it out there as quickly as they did, it was basically within a week of us starting to talk about it. Here they are. So that's absolutely brilliant. What I can tell you is that the guys that do the Marlin firmware are now working with Creality to improve the firmware for later editions, for later things, and they have basically opened themselves up to the community, opened themselves up to the 3D printing community, and in the long run it's going to help them because up until this point they were paying another company to write the firmware for them. They are now getting that firmware updated and tweaked and streamlined by the Marlin guys, which means they get a better product which they can put out with their machines, which will then be better for us, but also it's open source, so we can do more tweaks which they can use. It's a win-win situation. It's a massive leap forward as far as I'm concerned. The others now need to get on the bandwagon. The likes of ANET need to pull their fingers out now, and I know that now Creality have done this, if they've got any brains at all, they're going to do the same thing. So it is fantastic. I really want to thank Naomi Wu. I really want to thank Tim Hoogland and everybody else who stood up and said, this needs sorting out. Fantastic job. And for all those doubters that went, oh, they won't care about us. They're a massive company in China. We're, such a small proportion of their sales. They're not going to be interested. Well, you see, it does make a difference. We do make a difference. We can make a difference. So ever onward and upward now. Let's get to those other manufacturers that aren't pulling their weight, aren't adhering to the GPL licensing, and let's get them on side as well. And let's make this 3D printing community the most open, the most sharing that we can. I think it's really important, and I think it's really great what we've done so far. And I just wanted to say thank you to Creality, because I was there with the rest of the people saying, boo, Creality, but they've stepped up, and I want to thank them. It's brilliant. Of course, it now means that the videos I was going to do with the CR10 that's behind me here and the Creality laser, they'll be coming. I've done a bit of work on it, and those videos will come out soon as I get some time. I've got it up and running. It's not perfect yet. The software that you use to burn stuff with is a bit convoluted and a bit difficult, but I'm making steps forward. It is working, and it looks like it's going to be a great deal from. My Ender 3 is still on order. I've done that through AliExpress, through the pre-order. I got it for about 110 English pounds plus about £4 because I paid through PayPal. That's coming from Germany, so that negates the need for me to pay any import duty or anything like that. But I'm still waiting. I know some guys in America have got theirs already. Us that are waiting for them to ship from Germany are still waiting. It'll come. I know it'll come. And when it does, there'll be I'll probably do a build video. I'll do a first impressions video. Whether that's the same one or not, I don't know. And then I'll be open to suggestions on what to do with it. It looks like a good machine for the money, even at £150. For the money, it looks like it's a good machine. It looks like it's capable, but we'll have to wait and see. 24 volt, 24 volt heated bed. That means it's going to be quicker. No filament out sensor, which people are a bit upset about, but apparently there is a power off resume function, which we'll test and have a look at and see how it works. But yeah, really looking forward to that. And then last night I was on Twitter again, and Joseph Prucha tweeted that the multi-material adapter for the Mark III, which is there, was on sale. And I'd had a few beers, and I was sat there and I was talking to the missus, and I was on Twitter talking to a few guys on Twitter, and my finger slipped and I've ordered it. Now I know there's been very little about it out there. There was a quick bit on a YouTube video from Thomas that just showed it quickly. There's been very little out there about it, and I know people are going, you're buying something you've not seen, you don't know if it works, da, 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 da. I don't care. It's costing me 260 odd quid, I think, which is quite a fair bit of money. I'm not, I'm not dissing that. It's, I could buy an Ender 3 for that and possibly an Ender 2, but it was something I wanted. I'm really interested to see how it works. So yeah, that's on order. I probably won't get it till August, the way things are. But yeah, we'll have a good play with that when that comes. See how much of a mess I can make in that as well. And if you're watching Beardy McBeardface, yes, it is all your fault, because you started twitching about getting it, so I had to. So it's your fault, Beardy McBeardface, that I've spent this money, so it better be bloody good. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Yeah, like I say, well done Creality, well done Naomi Wu. You've been brilliant. You've made a big difference to the community, probably more than we'll realise for a few months to come. But fantastic. So looking forward, we'll have the CR10 laser adaptation to show you. We will have the Creality Ender 3 when it turns up. We'll have a go with that, and we've got the multi-material upgrade for that little baby there to come as well. So lots coming up in future. Thanks a great deal for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget you can follow me on Patreon if you like. You can buy me a coffee if you like, or you can tell me I'm an idiot if you like. Don't mind. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the not too distant future. Bye for now.